If you need to read a script and a recorded video, I've got the greatest setup for you. In this video, I'm going to share how you can use a built-in webcam to record yourself reading a script from your computer monitor. No physical teleprompter hardware needed. And I'm going to help you make it look like you were looking directly into the camera the entire time. This is really cool because if you look at early 2023, this wasn't possible without an expensive teleprompter hardware setup. I have one here on my desk that costs about $700. But with the growth of AI, there are great tools available to make it look like you are looking into the camera, even when you're reading a script on the screen. And just to be clear up front, what I'm showing you is a lot less expensive than $700, but there is still a cost involved. Let's start with what I'm using to scroll the script down my screen right now. Yes, I've been reading a teleprompter the entire time. Okay, so I feel like you've probably figured this out by now. We're right around the end of 2023, beginning of 2024, and the software is not perfect yet, so you'll have to judge whether this is ready for your project. I'm using Speakflow. This has been my favorite teleprompter software for a couple of years. You can use it with a physical teleprompter, and now you can use it without one. Speakflow has a free option that gives you all the features you need for short videos, and you can even make longer free videos if you use the manual scrolling instead of following your voice. Let me show you the basics of Speakflow on my screen. So here is my Speakflow account, and as long as you have a paid account, you can have many scripts saved here. But I'm going to go to the script for this video and click on it, and you can see it show up on my screen here. And let me go through Speakflow. So in the upper right hand corner, you can click edit if you did want to edit your script, change anything here. And then you can go over to start presentation when you're ready. And then in the lower left corner is the start button and also the restart button, I guess, if you're in the middle of the script. But the important things are along the bottom, these settings here. So the first one is how fast or how the script moves on the screen. And flow is the one that I like the most. It's what I'm using for this video. And you can see how the words on the screen, as Speakflow hears you say them, it highlights them and then scrolls the script accordingly. So if you need to stop for a second, if you speak one section slow and one section fast, it will accommodate all of that. Auto is when you have it scrolling at a specific speed, and you can decide down here what speed that should be. Just test it out a couple times until you find the speed that's right for you. And manual, it allows you to scroll with your mouse. So we're going to set it back to what I like most, which is flow. And now we've got a couple of options here in terms of how much space do you want between the lines. Just kind of, these are all up to whatever your preference is. You can change the font size, smaller or bigger, and I'll talk about that more in a second. This is where you choose to record the video. So you can view existing videos, do a preview. So you can see here what it looks like is you see yourself behind your script, which is kind of nice. So I'm going to turn off that preview though. Now the next one over is, it says flip. Then this is something, if you are using a physical teleprompter, that has a mirror in it. So you'll need to flip the text. Let me just show you what it looks like. So that it's backwards on the screen, so that after it comes out the mirror, it's forwards. But with the system that I'm talking about today, you don't need to use flip. You can use up the entire screen. That gives you a little bit of ability to get closer to that webcam if you need to. Remote, like if you've got an iPhone or something like that and you want to use that to control the script. Overlay, I like this. Similar to how you saw me behind the script, you could also show something like another window or your entire screen. So let me just see if this works with the Chrome tab. So this is what would be behind. Then I need to switch back over to the tab. It gets a little confusing when you're doing a tab. So sharing the screen via Speakflow, so you go back over to the Speakflow tab. So a little bit confusing when you're sharing a window from your browser, but you can use this to then do the recording and have behind there, this could be a Zoom window, this could be a PowerPoint presentation, whatever it is, be creative. And then the far right is the settings. So this is where you're going to choose your microphone for that recording, where you're going to choose the camera for that recording. And also this setting here is where how far from the top of the screen you want to be reading. So let me just switch this down a little bit. And you can see in the background there that is moving down the screen. So that is also just a preference. And whether you want to see a line where you are reading, that's something I haven't really played with much. So also important on the screen are these two red handles. And this is how wide your script is going to be on the screen. So you could stretch it all the way out to the edges, but you're going to get a tendency to move your face back and forth, not just your eyes. And the AI in the next step, in the Veed.io step, might have trouble when your eyes are moving that far. So I like to keep it at about, maybe a total of half the screen. And then you can once again work with the size of the script to get something that works well for you. So if you are recording into Speakflow, make sure that you start the recording here. And then you'll be able to end it over here once it's done. But if you just push start, it's going to scroll the screen without starting that recording. So push here, start recording. It's going to give you a countdown. And then it is starting to listen, and it's starting in the upper left-hand corner. If you need to read a script in a recorded video, and you can see it going across there. I have an affiliate link for Speakflow in the description. If you decide to buy it, I'd love it if you use that link as it supports my YouTube habit. Speakflow can record your video right inside their software. To keep things simple, that's what I'm showing you here. But I believe you can get a more crisp image by recording to video on your computer using something like Camtasia and ScreenFlow and perhaps something like an iPhone for your camera. I'll make another video that shows you that slightly more complex setup, but this is a sample of what that might look like. When I'm ready, I push record and it starts to scroll the script. It's listening to my voice and scrolling the text accordingly. If I make a mistake, I can use my mouse to highlight the word where I want to start over. I recommend starting over at the beginning of a paragraph and definitely, let's give it a shot. I recommend starting over at the beginning of a paragraph, definitely not mid-center. That allows for easy editing. When I've read the entire script, I can just stop the scrolling and it will prompt me to save the video file. You can see how it's obvious that I'm not looking at the camera in the recording. Now let's move on to the magic step. So Veed.io is one of my favorite AI tools to use for video editing. I have a $24 a month account, and to use the eye correction feature, you need to have this account or higher. By the way, I have an affiliate link in the description for this tool too. You could also use Descript for this part. In Veed, you'll start by uploading your video. So this is my Veed.io dashboard here. And what I'm going to do is click New Video, Create Project. And now I'm going to upload that file. It's in kind of it's a WebM format when it comes out of Speakflow, but that works just fine with Veed. And it's going to take a second to upload. I'm living in Mexico right now and speeds are a little slow. And once it's uploaded, you can see here that my eyes are not looking at the camera. If you need to read a script in a recorded video, I've got the greatest setup for you. In this video, I'm going to share how... Okay, so you can see my eyes moving around. And now what I'm going to do is I have to click on this to make sure that it's highlighted. And then you can see the magic tools over here, and we're going to do eye correction. And you're going to see it up top. It's starting the eye correction, and it's going to take some time. Looks like it's 10% complete right now. Okay, there we are. Now you can watch it here. Now you can use a built-in webcam to record yourself reading a script from your computer monitor. No physical teleprompter hardware needed. And I'm going to help you make it look like you were looking directly into the camera the entire time. This is really cool because just early 2020, So you can see here that it's done a pretty good job of moving my eyes up. It's still not perfect as of the end of 2023, but they keep making it better. So once we have that done, we can go up here and we're going to click Done. And then I am going to change the standard. So I always choose the highest quality standard. So Advanced, and get us up to the highest resolution we can, the highest quality, and the highest quality in compression, 30 frames, that's good. And then we will export the video. So when you say export in Veed, what it's doing is it's creating this video on the Veed.io website. So then you could share here using the embed code or Facebook or Twitter, copy the link. That would take them back to the copy that they could watch on Veed.io. But if you actually want to download it, you'll head over here. Once it's complete, you can push the download button here. And then you can select MP4, because we're doing audio and video together. And so I always just add like post Veed to this. Or corrected eyes. And I'll save that file. And you can use Veed as your video editor, so you can go back to edit video, you can go through here and add cuts, split things, use the magic cuts to have it go through and make some trims for you, take out your ahs, your ums, things like that. So there are a number of things you can do here before that export if you wanted to do your editing here. What I like to do is edit over in Final Cut Pro, so I take it out of here and take it over to Final Cut. So we should be able to look at what that video looks like. If you need to read a script and a recorded video, I've got the greatest setup for you. Okay, that's pretty good looking. The compression is a little high because we used Speakflow as the recording software, so we're kind of going over onto the web. So let's actually take a look at what this looks like with the section that I did into my iPhone using Speakflow. Let's look at what that will look like. So we're gonna go over and create a new Veed.io project for this, or new Veed, create a project. We're gonna upload just that little section. So that is Speakflow and iPhone. And you can see here, the quality of the video is a little bit better already. And let's go ahead, select this. And we're going to do the icon. Gotta wait for the upload to complete. And then we can do eye contact. Okay, and then of course you can here turn the eye contact on and off so you can see what changes are being made to your eyes, which is kind of fun. Once again, hit done. And we're going to export as a high quality video. Okay, so let's look at the two next to each other. So the correct eyes, this is out of Speakflow using my iPhone as the camera. And this is using Speakflow to do the recording and my built-in webcam to do the as the camera. So you can see here, let's just look at my face here, how much more crisp my face is. Versus here, not as crisp. It actually does a good job with the background. This is actually a little more blurred out in the background, which is kind of nice. I think the iPhone is focused better on me, but that way you can understand the difference in quality recording into Speakflow, which is the simplified process, versus doing something involving other external cameras and additional software recording to your computer. There it is, the best setup for recording a video while reading a script and looking like you are looking the viewer in the eye. I'm going to make another video that shows you that slightly more complex setup, and then you take that same video that you create there and take it over to Veed.io. Also, Veed.io has a teleprompter option, so you can do the recording over there. However, Veed doesn't have the voice recognition part just yet. So you'll need to use both Speakflow and Veed.io. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and check out some more of my videos on the screen now. Thanks for watching.